Fendi baguettes have made such a comeback, and I am so glad they did because I loved this bag when I was really young, and I used to see it like on Sex and the City with Sarah Jessica Parker. And so now that they made a comeback, I absolutely had to get my hands on one. And I'm gonna do a review so that way, in case you're thinking about it, you can decide if you wanna get this bag too on factors other than just like aesthetic and cachet of like having an it bag. So I really wanted this bag, but I didn't want to pay full price because Fendi baguettes aren't cheap. Fendi is one of my favorite brands, but it is on the pricier side. So I was scouring pre-loved sites to find one in a smaller size because I love small bags. And I was able to find this gorgeous cherry red mini baguette from 2019 on The RealReal, and I was really happy with my find. But granted, I always find great items on The RealReal. I can't recommend it enough. This is not a sponsored endorsement. I just think that they have beautiful items. And the great thing was that by getting this from The RealReal, I knew that when I was purchasing it, it was also coming with the original dust bag and box. So I do not ever plan to let this bag go for my collection, but if I do, I'll be able to get a little bit more for it because I've kind of got the full set to go with it. So I got this in the beautiful, bright cherry red color that I think is absolutely gorgeous. And I did decide to get one with silver hardware. So I wear both silver and gold in my wardrobe interchangeably, and I do like to mix and match. But I do have more gold bags than silver bags, and so I've been wanting to add ones with more silver to my collection, so that way my wardrobe is more versatile. And the really cool thing about this bag is that it's actually a verso. So on the inside, it's got this gorgeous aqua color. And you'll notice that the aqua leather on the inside is like a very smooth calfskin. It doesn't have much graining to it. But on the outside, it's got a much bigger grain. It's really like a pebbled leather, kind of similar in nature, although not exactly the same to like an Hermes Togo leather. And the nice thing is that it doesn't have any veining in it, which I really like. So I absolutely love the look and feel of this bag and of the materials. I mean, it's got the iconic double F logo here. And one reason that I absolutely love Fendi is because they have such high quality materials that they use. This double F has not scratched. And I have used this bag. It should have scratched by now, but it hasn't. So I think that just goes to show, what great materials they use when creating their bags. I also really like all of the little details throughout, all the little touches of Fendi here and there. So you'll notice here on the straps, which we'll talk about in a minute, it's got a little bit of Fendi written on there. Even when you open up the bag on the inside underneath the double F, it says Fendi made in Italy. It's also got, a hot stamp in silver of Fendi made in Italy here on the inside of the bag and the little card holder slots. So just the details that really make this bag, I think, an iconic bag. Also, kind of going back to like the overall craftsmanship of the bag, the glazing around the outer edges, it's in a darker black color and it has not come off at all. Usually, you'll get a little nicks here and there on a bag, but the glazing is in absolutely perfect condition. And again, I have worn this bag a fair amount, so I'm just very surprised by the good quality that it is still, or the good condition that it's still in. So just another reason to love Fendi. And so it does have this adorable little top handle that you can wear in a few different ways. You can wear it, with one hand, with two hands, kind of like this. Or you can even, slide this into the crook of your arm, which is really cute, just depending on how you want to wear the bag. But it's great because it is removable, so you can just take it off easily if you want to. Look, I'll even show you. Super easy. And the cool thing about, I think, the Fendi straps is that they are 360 degree. I'll show you when I take off, the longer strap, but they do swivel all the way around, which is nice, so you're not bound to having the bag constructed a certain way. So in addition to the top handle, there is also a long chain strap here. So this is the long chain strap. I like that it is a more understated chain, that it's just like a really small, tightly woven chain strap, because I've got another Fendi bag, the Can You, and the Can You has a really big chunky chain, which I think is like absolutely bomb, but it's a look, right? And it is a statement piece. That is what people are gonna look at when they look at your bag. And instead, I want people to look at this part of the bag, not the chain. So I'm glad that the chain is more understated, and I think that goes really well with the silver color to make this bag a little bit more casual. I also really like that the long chain has this bit of leather at the top, very similar to my Chanel wallet on chain, which I reviewed, and I'll link it for you. Because I think that although this bag is not big enough that you'll ever stuff it enough that it gets really weighty so that it would dig into your shoulder if it was just a metal chain, that's never gonna happen with this bag because it's too small. So the leather can normally help with preventing, chains from digging into your shoulder. But I also just think they look really nice, and they look really luxurious and really fancy, and they kind of pull the whole bag together. So I really like this. I will say, in terms of the chain length, I wish it were like 1 inch shorter, but that is because I am 5'3" and I do have a relatively petite frame. So a lot of bags with like long, crossbody or shoulder straps, they're a little bit too long for me. But I think for majority of you, it's gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be too long. It's just me because I'm kind of a small person in general. I do wish it were a tiny bit shorter, but when I want that, I can do a little temporary fix here by just crossing the chains, just crossing them on the inside of the bag. I don't like it because when you open the bag, it can flop open. So that's not ideal, but I can still do a nice little shoulder bag look. Just be sure when you do it to put the top handle in front so it's not kind of stuck back here. But let me show you how easy it is to take the long strap on and off. So all you do, like this, and then take the other side, like that. And now I can show you how they really do swivel 360 degrees. And it's really helpful so that way you don't accidentally, put the strap on wrong and have to redo it. It's nice because it makes the strap super easy to take on and off, so it's not a big ordeal to remove the strap, which sometimes it can be depending on the bag. But just like a little closer look on the inside, it's a very spacious bag, even though it is a mini bag. And it does have some card slots here, so you can add a few credit cards in. I would say I always worry about stretching out the card slot, so I only ever put a max of 2 in each card slot, but usually just 1. So I just bring like a credit card and an ID if I'm not bringing a little card holder on the inside. But because this bag is so spacious, you can definitely fit a card holder in addition to all your other essential items. So I can show you kind of what that looks like. The only thing I can't show you, but I did double check it before I filmed this video, was I put all these items in the bag along with my phone. I'm using my phone to film, so I can't add that part in. But so I'll show you everything that fits. So let's start, I guess, maybe like with a card holder. And this is a chunkier card holder because it does have the little zip pocket for your coins. So your card holder probably takes up less space than this one, but you can put that in. I always like to carry a little comb. I feel like I always need to brush my hair to keep it out of my face. You notice I mess with my hair a lot. It's something I'm working on. I've got my big set of keys here that include my car keys. I always like to have like a chapstick or a clear lip gloss. So I've got this one from Kopari. I've also got a little lip gloss here. So this is from Laura Mercier. I also have my little Listerine packets because let's be honest, from wearing masks all this time, does everyone not think that their breath is just like the worst thing in the world now? Or maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I always like to have these on hand. And something that looks familiar probably from my Chanel wallet on chain review, I always like to have these slip silk scrunchies to prevent damage on your hair. But sometimes I like to have a bigger scrunchie. It just depends on what look I'm going for. So here's just something from Amazon that I have. And then also just like a little hair clip if you want to go part up. So this is the max of things I would carry, honestly. So all of this fits very comfortably in the bag. You can see there's still a lot more space in there, but this is it without the phone. So if you add the phone, I would say that's like a good capacity for the bag without stretching it. And then it's got the nice magnetic closure. So it just closes like this. So overall, this is an amazing bag. I think it has worn so well. It's not gotten any scratches on the inside or outside, which I really can't believe. There is a little bit of a crease on the leather, but I think how could you not expect there to be a crease? There's a crease on every bag, even like Chanel Classic Flaps crease. So, I mean, there is that. The only thing that I wish was different about this specific bag, but other baguettes don't have this problem, is that I wish there was a full leather shoulder strap attached to the bag, because sometimes I don't want a chain. Sometimes I want just like a true leather look, because I think that sometimes chains can, you know, take away from the outfit, but I do love chains, don't get me wrong. The funny thing is that I was looking online to see, you know, were there ever straps that were sold to go with this bag? And there were. And I know it's from the same collection because it's got the same cherry red color on one side, and then it's got the beautiful little aqua blue on the other side. The only difference between the strap and this bag is that it's the smooth leather on both sides. So even the red is the smooth leather. So it would look slightly different, and that's the only reason I've hesitated on buying it. But I do think it's something that I'm gonna buy. I've seen it on a few different pre-loved sites, so once it goes on sale, I'll probably end up buying it and adding it to the bag, so that way I can have my nice little shoulder bag Fendi Baguette moment that I've been, you know, wanting my whole life. But overall, this bag is amazing. I think I would give this bag, if I had to rate it, I think very similar to the Wallet on Chain, I would give this one a 9 out of 10. The only issue is really just like the length of the chain. But again, I think that's a me problem. That's not a Fendi or a Baguette problem. That is just because I am pretty short. So I love this bag. I think it's a great everyday bag. And it's also like a fun little going out bag if you want to wear it, you know, to the bars. I mean, whenever we start doing that again. But you could also just like wear it crossbody for running errands around town. So I think this is a great bag. I really enjoy using it. I love the bright pop of color because I think it adds a little pizzazz to my normally very plain black, gray, and nude outfits. So I'm really glad that I was able to add this to my collection, and at a little bit of a lower price than what Fendi is charging. But I definitely recommend this bag. I'm very happy I have it. Let me know if you have any other questions about this bag in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any questions that I can. My name is Lily. If you found this review helpful, please be sure to give this video a like, and also subscribe to my channel if you want to get more content delivered straight to you about all things shopping and luxury in general. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye, everyone.